I'm sitting here with Kim Lundberg. He's the keyboard player in this group. And Kim, you've been playing with Eric for a number of years?
Not really. I met Eric 3 years ago in Saskatoon, of all places, and he came to do a jazz workshop at the university where I was studying. And I really liked what he's doing, so I jumped up and started to play. And a year later, he phoned me up and said, "How would you like to do a tour?" And we did a tour together, I guess the following year. And subsequently moved here to go to the university to pursue a degree in music.
And, you're doing your master's
that's
in
right, yes.
composition.
Yeah. And here we are, much to his amazement and my amusement, and we're having a great time.
And you come from London, Ontario also?
No, I was born in Toronto and moved away from there when I was very little. And then when I was 6, we moved.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, and here we have Gourdheart. Gourd plays the tenor sax, right, and the alto flute. He's a stagehand, and he met Eric playing in a folk band and expressed some form of interest in playing improvisational music, and here he is.
That's right.
Okay, next we have Kevin Hogg. He's from Guelph. He's the bass player. How did you get into free jazz music?
I only heard of free jazz until, the first time I saw it, free jazz was in Timers in Guelph, where Dennis Brown and Eric Stach was playing, and they didn't have a bass player, and I thought maybe there's an opportunity there. And so there was, and I guess I've been playing with him for almost 2 years now.
Has it always been your interest to play free jazz?
Well, I'm interested in playing all different kinds of music, so I try to keep an open mind to things. So
you play in a few other different types of...
Only the music that I'm really interested in and that I really like, that's the kind of music that I'll play.
And you come from Guelph?
That's right.
Okay, thank you very much. And next we have the drummer back here. His name is Rob Bell. He comes from St. Thomas, originally London. And what is your background in?
Well, I've been playing with Eric off and on for about 20 years.
Or more.
Not always free jazz, that came later. But it's been a long and, sporadic, fruitful relationship.
You started off with Eric in the London experimental jazz?
Actually, he started off with me in a different group, and it evolved. Whoever had to hire a bass player was the leader. So.
Okay, thank you very much. And here we have Eric Stach. He's the saxophone player in the group, and although the group members do change, Eric is always the common denominator in the group. Could you tell us a little bit about the music unit?
Well, Free Music Unit is just an extension of the London Experimental Jazz Quartet 15 years later. And originally it was mostly London players, but over the years, as I started touring more, we started using musicians from different cities. For example, Kim mentioned that I met him in Saskatoon. Kevin, I met him playing in Guelph. Rob Bell I met at the York Hotel 15 years ago. He had his own group in there, I think, on Wednesday or Thursday nights, and just invited me to sit in. But during all these years, I've always tried to play a complete, absolute improvisation without using any sort of pre-worked out material or anything that's composed at all.
So there are no restrictions?
No, the only restrictions or the basis is that, regardless of their backgrounds, is that they want to play creative music and improvise. And in terms of improvising, I want to thank you for adding a lot of class to the program today and a little bit of extra color.
Okay.
So thanks very much.
Okay. You're going to play another song, and it will be called I'd Like to Be a London Bridge Someday.
And I'd like to dedicate that to Guy Lombardo and all the Guy Lombardo fans in the area. Thank you.
Okay.